Thanks for coming to the nutrition seminar. Remember, just hold your questions to the end, and let's get started. So here we are what we got to do is improve our nutrition. Everyone does, including myself. Okay, so if we could give you the tools to do it, and you guys take action on it, then I guarantee that you'll lose the body fat or the weight that you want. So, now, we're going to take the nutrition quiz, because from our last seminar, nutrition seminar, I changed this seminar around a bit, because I could tell you all the things to eat, but guess what? We could take this quiz right now. True or false? Broccoli is good for you.
True.
True or false? You should eat fast food 3 times a week.
False.
True or false? Chicken is a good source of protein.
True.
4. Sleep will help me maintain a healthy body weight.
True.
Drinking diet soda will keep me hydrated.
False.
Ah, very nice. And vegetables should be eaten with every meal.
True.
What about the last one? This is great. I don't know the last time I had a Twinkie. Twinkies contain a healthy fat. False. So right. We got all the answers right. You know what to eat. Everybody does. There's no secret. So now what I'm going to do is, and this is like the focus for 2016 in here. It's not focusing on just giving you all these answers. It's focusing on taking those answers and creating new habits. So we have our choose and lose, right? That's big. Even if you just make a choice to do something, that's huge. Or if you just make a lose, if you just pick one, I want you to pick 2, but if you just pick one, it's going to make a huge difference in the way your body feels and how you change your life overall. So as 2016 rolls around, and our next seminar, which is our how to kick ass in 2016, it's going to focus a lot about habits, but we're going to touch upon that really hard today. So what should we focus on? Great picture here, or great quote. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Okay, if you continually do the same thing over and over again, you're going to be good at it. No matter if it's bad for you or good for you. You can smoke cigarettes for 30 years. You'll be a good cigarette smoker. Right? You can exercise for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And you could die at the ripe old age of 99 like Jacqueline and be in shape. The choice is yours, and those are the habits that we create. So habits of nutrition. So this is what we're going to focus on in the first part of this seminar. And in the second part, I'm going to give you how much you should eat based on what body type and things of that nature. So we're going to focus first on these habits. Food journal. Meal preparation. Plan, shop, cook. Eating protein with every meal. You know that, right? Well, why don't some of us do that? And I'm not talking about anybody specific in here, I'm just saying in general. The amount of calories you consume on a daily basis. A big one that nobody understands, eating slow. And we were just discussing this right before, about eating slower will help you digest and make you feel fuller faster, and you won't eat as much. If you're always scarfing down your food, it's just going to be like, oh, I'm not full. Body's not going to get the response. It's not going to trigger the response of fullness, and you're just going to keep eating, and that's when you start to overeat, and then that's when you're starting to eat excess calories that you don't need. Eat till you're 80% full. Those two go hand in hand, eating slow and 80% full. If you eat slow, guaranteed you'll only eat till you're 80% full, because your body won't allow it to be triggered to say, oh, I'm full, I'm good. Healthy fats and carbs. Yeah, not Twinkies, because those are pretty bad fats and bad carbs. And then being thankful, and being proud of what you have done and what you're accomplishing and the goals that you set. So right here, food journaling. Now this is probably one of the most important things that people do not do, and they always brush it off to the side, so we're going to spend a little bit of time on food journaling. There are thousands of apps out there that will help you food journal. Apps that will help you count your macronutrients, to just basic, what did I eat today? Now, if you get the ones that count the calories and the amount of macronutrients for each one that you have, fat, protein, and carbs, and how much you've eaten all day, that's going to go a little bit more, help you a little bit better. But if you don't food journal, then you can't, it's going to be harder for you to lose the weight that you want to lose. So, here we go. Why should we be doing it? Okay, if you're not journaling, food journaling, we, as coaches, when we do strategy sessions, we can't tell you, or you can't even tell us, what's working and what's not working. Because it's just like taking stuff and just throwing it on this paint on the wall and saying, that color doesn't work, that color doesn't work, but then you got a big mess. And that's what most people do, they have a big mess. You could say, oh, I know what I eat all the time, right? But you really don't. You really don't know exactly what you're eating from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, unless it's written down. And if it's written down and you give it to somebody to look at, to see what you're doing that will help you, or what you may not be doing that won't help you, we can't help that because we won't know. So, like I said, shows us what's working, but most importantly, shows us what's not working. And if it's not working, then we take it out. And it's that easy. Sometimes it's just taking something out, just the slightest thing, and you'll lose weight like this. Or just adding something. You add a little bit more protein. Just a little bit more protein in your diet. Bam! All of a sudden now you're losing weight. And you're adding something to lose weight. You know, it's not always about taking things away. Okay, and it allows us to make adjustments. Like I just said, it allows you to see what we need to adjust. Sometimes you're overeating protein, which can happen. Sometimes you're overeating on carbs. Okay? You can't overeat vegetables. You know the carbohydrates that I'm talking about. Okay, now another thing, moving forward in 2016. Habits and responsibility. Responsibility to yourself to be healthy. That's it. It's a responsibility. It's going to keep us responsible to ourselves. If you're writing down what you're eating daily, now, if that's your responsibility to do that, that's going to keep you on track, and that's going to help you attain the goal that you want, of the amount of body fat that you want to lose, and the amount of muscle you want to increase. And then keeps us honest with ourselves. Now, when we look at the food journal, there's no bad and there's no right. It just is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, shame on you. You ate the Twinkie. No, we just move forward. But now we know that you ate the Twinkie, or the Twinkie every day, just for, whatever, or the piece of sugar candy that you've had every day. But we know where we're going, what adjustment we have to make. Why am I not losing weight, Rob? Well, I have this piece of candy once a day, every day, 7 days a week. And you don't even look at the calorie intake, and it adds up. Everything compounds. So if you have it 7 days a week, and about 30 days in a month, right? And you add all those calories up, there's your answer. Is it wrong? No, but is it right for your goal? That's what you have to think about. It's not wrong, but it's not right. You gotta make sure you align what you do with your goal. Because if you're not doing the things that you need for your goal, then you're not going to accomplish your goal. It's like saying, I want to add on 10 pounds of muscle, but I lift pink 5-pound weights for 5 reps. And I eat below calories. Am I going to pack on any muscle? No. I need to be lifting heavy weight, lots of reps, and eating like an animal. But if my food journal says that I'm eating chicken and salad every day, which is healthy, right? But is it towards my goal? No, because chicken and salad is not going to help me pack on muscle. Exactly.
What?
So, now that moves us forward. So the importance of food journaling. Please, please, please start food journaling. You do it?
Occasionally. I have it written down already. In my notes. I'm doing it as we speak.
Alright, so that moves on. Let's move on to meal preparation. So, this is another. You got to plan. That's Amir's food prep for the week. Right? It's the most important thing we will do all week in regards to losing weight. Obviously, there's a lot of more important things that we do throughout the week that are more important than food preparation. But I'm talking for the goal of losing weight. This is more important than Monday's workout. More important than Tuesday's workout. This is probably the most important workout. Is going shopping, prepping your meals, having them either ready to go to cook or ready to go to eat. So when you get home from work, you're not scouring for food all over the place and making wrong decisions. Right? Now, it also teaches us the art of planning and executing. Now, some of us in here that are teachers, we know about planning and executing. You do it all day long. So, if you're able to plan a big party and execute it, then why can't you plan your meals and execute that weekly? We can all plan a big party, like we planned to go to the movies. We planned it, we had it nice, people showed up, we had a great time. We executed. Same thing with your meals. Make it happen. Plan, you execute. So here's the easiest way to prep. You create a menu for the week. This is going to help you immensely. So Monday I'm having grilled chicken with this vegetable and this carbohydrate source. This other carbohydrate source. So now you know that you go, say it's sweet potato. So now you know that you need to go shop. That needs to be put on your shopping list, right? So you create your menu. This is the meals that I want to eat this week. This is for breakfast. This is for lunch. This is for dinner. These are my snacks that I want in between. So now you have your menu. So you create your shopping list based off your menu. Okay? Now, this is good. Now, when you go shopping, unless you have 2 teenage boys that will eat you out of house and home, then you should buy extra. So the extra can go for packing for lunch the next day or 2 days later. See, if you make enough, then you won't have to worry about lunch. You'll be like, okay, so I had this for dinner on Monday night. I could use that for either Tuesday's lunch or, just plan it wherever you want to put it. And then you could schedule your meals. So I had this Monday night for dinner. Maybe I have it left over for Tuesday night's dinner. And then you have something planned in there for lunch. But see, like it all flows together. If you don't create the menu and you don't schedule the meals that you want to eat where you want to eat them, then you're putting yourself behind. Because now, it sounds like a lot of work, but it's really not. Because it's going to help you in the long run. You have a schedule of what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, what meal you're going to eat it. There's no thinking involved. It's like when you walk in these doors, there's no thinking involved. You have the workout set for you, and we just coach it. The only thinking involved is on your technique. The workout's there. You never have to think. That's the glory between this place and any other place in here. You walk in, and it's a structured program designed for specific goals. Same thing with your food. And that's more important than working out if you want to lose weight. More important. So if you don't schedule your meals like you schedule your workouts, there's a disconnect. The goals aren't matching. The actions aren't matching. And you're not going to get what you want. It sounds like, oh my God, I got to put so much work into this. Get goddamn shopping list. That's it. It's that easy. All right, so let's move on. So, a lot of people, you'd be surprised, a lot of people don't eat protein. And it amazes. Don't eat enough protein. No. So, ask yourself why you're training. So why are you here? The answer's probably on the sign right outside this building. And you probably heard us say it enough times, and you've seen it in enough posts from us, either individually or on our Facebook page or anything else. Here to build muscle, burn fat, feel good. That's pretty much why most people in this place train. With the occasional people wanting to do some kind of extracurricular activity outside of, that realm. But anybody that walks through that door, that's what they want. The guys come in, they want to look jacked. The women come in, I want to lose weight. And what better way, what's the better sound than having someone say, oh my God, you look great. Build muscle, burn fat. Someone tells you you look good. You feel good. Right? So, protein will help us. Now, in here we try and get strong, and we try and build muscle, and we try and burn fat. In order to lose a little weight, start with 3/4 grams of protein per body weight. That's going to allow you to maintain your strength, but at the same time, not overeat on protein so you don't lose any body fat. A couple people have tried it. A couple people have lost weight. It's not magic, it's just what it is. 3/4 gram of protein for your goal is to lose weight and stay strong. So we'll get you strong. I'll get you toned. We'll tone you up. But if you're not eating protein, sorry, it's not going to happen. You have to take your body weight, multiply it by 0.75 on your calculator, because I can't do it in my head, and it will give you the amount of grams of protein that you should intake daily. Stay strong and burn fat. Protein sources, we know them, right? Do I have to go over? We're going to go over in a little bit anyway. We know it. Now I'm giving you some extra tools, habits that we have to create. That first habit of food journaling. That's a really big habit. We focus on that. I'm telling you, we'll be good to go for 2016. Be rocking and rolling. What was the last? Go back for a second. Okay, so
Sorry about that.
when you plan your meals, right, think protein first, and then think carbohydrates and fats. Protein first, then what is my carb source? What's my extra fat? I would actually go, what's my protein first? What are my healthy fats? And then, what are my carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are simple, vegetables. Add some olive oil on it, you got some healthy fat, add some avocados with the vegetables, now you're really in shape, good shape. Right? Simple. Gotta do it. So let's figure out our body type. We have ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph for men and women. Now look at the pictures. You can kind of gauge where you are in that picture. You can kind of figure out who you are. Right? It's not some, obviously we can range in between sometimes a couple, but majority of us tend to stay to one thing. So, moving on. Now let's go into a little bit more detail with these. Click one more time. So let's start with ectomorph. You got smaller bone structures, thinner limbs, thick and endurance athlete. You see those guys that run past when we're working out sometimes? Those guys. The marathon runners. Those men and women. They end up in that category. Okay? And they tend to need more carbs, moderate amount of protein, and low fat. Then we have endomorph. So large bone structure, now higher body mass. Think about football linemen. right? These guys need to keep their muscle, the slabs of muscle on them in order to perform. They need higher protein. Otherwise, if they don't eat enough protein, they're going to start losing muscle. They start losing muscle, right? They start losing muscle. But think about it. We're not athletes. None of us in here are athletes. But I'm just showing you so you guys get a picture of this is what I look like. Really, nobody in here looks like football linemen. Mesomorph, medium size.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Medium sized bone structure. Think of a wrestler. You see those scrappy little wrestler guys, right? Medium sized Roman soldier type. That's what it looks. Athletic body, gymnast. Those guys are ripped, right? But they have a balanced diet. 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat. That keeps them rolling and going. That keeps anybody that's in that category good. So you keep it, consistent. So that's how what you would base you would take your total calories, and then you would base it off of that. Now, calories in general is based on the person. I'm not intaking the same amount of calories as Tara. Tara's not intaking the same amount of calories as Amir, and so on and so forth. It depends on your body structure. It depends on your goals. So, if your question is how many calories should I have, I can give you a range, but usually you want to be a little bit more specific than range, because range just is out there. And just like anything else that's just out there, there's nothing specific, and the goal's not reached. Ectomorph. Let's go in there. So we got women. So this is what your plate should look like if you're in that ectomorph range. I know it's a little smaller to see. Anybody having trouble seeing it? You can see it? The pictures are nice, right? Look at that slab of meat. Look at the slab of meat. You know what's really tasty looking right in that picture, though? Those goddamn fruits. Blueberries.
Yeah,
Raspberries.
winter possibly.
Alright, anyway. That looks like cauliflower, but it does look like eggs, right? Anyway, 1 pound of protein. Let's go over women, because our men are not really here, but we'll briefly go through them because we're videotaping this awesomeness. 1 pound of protein, dense palm. Your palm is not this. Okay? Your palm is not this. Your palm. Okay, now, 1 fistful of vegetables. 2 cupped hands. Cupped hand. And thumb. A lot of people overeat almonds. And they wonder why. I'm not losing weight. Well, maybe you're overeating almonds. And I just heard something about that too. It punctures, like as you get older, almonds and popcorn start to puncture your colon. That's not good. That is definitely not good. So you may want to be careful on the almond intake. It's healthy and great for you, but listen, when I heard it punctures your colon, because it's like sharp edges, you don't really chew it all the way to completion where it's just like, it has some sharp edges. You ever swallow an almond the wrong way? Kind of sucks. Just saying. I mean, I've never had, but probably sucks. Alright, so men, 2 palm sizes, right? 2 fistful, so it's pretty much double what you see there. Endomorphs. Boom, women. Boom. Notice, 1 palm, protein, 1 fistful. Now, endomorphs get a little extra fat. Play with yours there. And then half of a cup of handful for the carbs. Half. Cup. Half. Not 2. Easy squeezy. And we move on to men. You can see it's a double the portion. Pretty much for men. I know it's not fair, girls, but
It's life.
it's unfortunate. Women, mesomorph. 1 pound. Notice how the protein pretty much stays consistent, right? And vegetables, 1 fistful. 1 cup hand, and then 1 thumb instead of half a thumb. 1 thumb. Men, double up that protein. See, like, I know for myself that there's times I don't even eat enough protein in my day to sustain my goal. I'd be completely honest, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination with my nutrition. But I know where I have to fix. I know I'm not eating enough protein. I know it. So what is common in all this? Every meal has protein. Remember, start with protein. Every meal has good fats, and every meal has a good carbohydrate source. We just went over that, right? I'm giving you this. Now, I'm giving you the meat. Take it. That brings me to this point. You can ask us about what to eat, give you recipes. You could go out and buy any diet book, pretty much. Unless it's like the peanut butter and jelly diet book, right, where you just eat peanut butter and jelly all day long. But like every diet book pretty much goes and coincides with protein, good fat, good carbs. So the recipes in those are usually fantastic. If you have enough cookbooks, guess what? You have recipes for the rest of your life. Plus we give the recipe of the week. Who's better than us? Nobody. 3 factors to weight loss. Quantity, that reflects how much you weigh on the scale. How much food you intake will reflect. I know you're all lying when you tell me you don't weigh yourself every day. So don't try and fool me. But that's quantity of food. How much food? Like, if you know that you ate a lot tonight and tomorrow morning, you know exactly how much you're going to weigh because you've weighed yourself every day for the last 10 years, every day, every morning or night. If you weigh yourself at night, you're a lunatic because now you know you're going to weigh more. But every morning you weigh yourself, you probably could tell exactly how much you weigh depending on how much you ate the night before. Okay, so look, Rob went that, well, let me see. So I know, like, I usually wake up 172. And then if I had sushi, I know I wake up at 175. Why? Because it's all sodium. I'll take a damn picture of me eating sushi and weighing myself. I know. Quality reflects your body fat percentage, and this is what we're always focused on here. Your body fat drops and your lean muscle goes up. We are good to go. I don't care what that scale says. That scale can say 200 pounds. And if you look lean and mean, you're good. If you're 200 pounds and your body fat is below 20%, forget it. You look phenomenal. As a woman, phenomenal. That's it. There's no reason, like, under 20% for a woman is a great body fat percentage. Don't fool yourself. What you see in the magazines is not what you're not seeing what you're seeing. That's all Photoshop and hardcore strict dieting for the photo shoot. Ask Joe, who had to cut weight for his fight, and then was also cutting weight for the fireman photo shoot. Ask him how hard it is to have him get down to, what was it, 155 he got
155 and then 165.
for that fight. It was a war. Are any of you willing to go to war like that? It was probably harder than his fight. I can probably guarantee you that cutting weight to that point for a photo shoot is harder than any fight, probably. Saunas. You willing to do that? No, nobody. That's not a lifestyle. Stop fooling yourselves. But the magazines, you should just get them and give them to me so I can come up with blog ideas, okay? That's it. If you have any laying around, you just bring them in. I'll look through them. I'll write a better article than the person in that magazine, and away we go. We'll cut out the pictures, and then we'll go, eating the healthy fats. All right? Hit it! Coming down on the stretch, I think. Oh, yeah, there's good stuff right here. Like, come on. Good protein. What kind of good protein, Mongo? What do you like? What's the best protein you eat? Amir will probably cook me some great fish dish, and not tell me it's fish. And I'd eat it and go, oh, this is fantastic. Until he told me fish, then I'd be angry. Eggs, chicken, meat, fish, turkey, Greek yogurt, great, especially at night. Nice case of protein. Be careful. Don't be like, oh, let me get the mixed berry one and have the extra sugar. But that adds up every night. Remember compound effect. Keeps adding 8 grams of sugar. Monday, 8 grams of sugar. What, 56 grams of sugar in a week? You did it every night. So be careful when you look at the sugar intake on the yogurts. They try and trick you. Oh yeah, it's healthy. But they add a lot of sweetener in it too, as well, like we were discussing. And now make you even feel hungrier because now your body's tricked. Supplements, whey protein. Some people are allergic. Casein protein, which goes a long way in the evening. Milk is a great source of casein protein. Greek yogurt, like I said. And then soy protein, which I've never really taken soy protein, but I've heard people swear by it, better than whey and casein. Everyone has their own opinion, and this is what makes the world go round. Somebody will tell you one thing, and some other expert will come and tell you another thing. You do what's best for you. What works for you. If whey protein works for you, then guess what? It works for you. If soy protein is working for you, then it works for you. It may not work for me. So why would I want to use something that doesn't work for myself? Just because so-and-so told me to do it? I'm giving you the next basics here. You need to food journal to figure out what works for you. If you're taking whey protein and after you do your protein shake, you're in the bathroom for the rest of the day, do you think that the whey protein is for you? No, I don't think that's going to be the one for you. Okay, that happens. People are lactose intolerant, like the majority of the world is. So you got to be careful. You got to look on the label. Don't go to the vitamin shop and be like, oh, Rob uses whey protein, let me grab it. And then be in the bathroom all day Saturday. Because you worked, or Friday night, because you worked out, you lifted heavy, and like, oh, scoop, 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 scoop. And then you texted me that I'm sick. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. I just gave you options. You gotta know what to do. You got a food journal. Goes back to food journal. Carbohydrates. Nasty word, right? They're not all bad for you. We'll see. You can eat those. Not really those. Those look like pizza. Got 3 types of carbohydrates: fiber-rich, starchy, and refined sugary. Which of the 3 should you stay away from?
Refined sugar.
Ah, so you know. But do we all stay away from it? It's okay to have it here and there. But if it's a nightly thing, right? If you have a cup of coffee, and every cup of coffee you have, you put in 2 teaspoons of sugar, do you think that's going to add up over time? Do you think that's going to make you lose weight? No, I don't think so. Fiber-rich ones. Everyone's favorite, broccoli, kale. Oh, I didn't put a comma there? That's very bad. Broccoli, kale, spinach, carrots, tomatoes, celery. Ooh, celery. Here's a good protein shake to make in the morning that will really be good, right? I was making this for a while when I was on the go in the morning. I would take whey protein, right? It was Myofusion, which I'm not endorsing them, I'm just telling you the brand. Vanilla, because vanilla goes good with anything. I would have that, and I would throw a whole stick of celery in there, half a green apple, some berries, just a handful of berries, and flaxseed. Boom! On the way to work, that little, that little celery taste you get. Boom! And there you go. Celery. Okay. Really good for helping you, water retention and all that stuff, kind of, like, keep you hydrated. Cucumbers, zucchinis, beets, bok choy. lettuce, and collard greens. It's Christmas time in Miles Greens. Oh, we have beans. Beans. They're good for your heart. You continue the sentence. Starchy ones, sprouted grain beans, bread beans. What am I talking about? Breads. Corn. Oh, corn, right? There's what's the documentary out there? Like everything's made out of corn. Like our meat has corn in it. Because the cows are eating corn. The chickens have corn in it because they're eating corn. Like everything is made of corn. So that's why people are like, oh, buy organic. Sometimes that's BS too. But, you know, you gotta watch out with the corn sometimes. It's not the greatest thing for you, but sprouted grain pasta, yams, sweet potatoes, quinoa, amaranth, oats, not instant oatmeal. Who does instant oatmeal? Someone does instant oatmeal. Amanda? No instant oatmeal. Cook it. I usually just eat it dry, like boom, put it in, coconut milk with protein, dump it right on top, mix it all together. On raw oats. Ooh, yummy. I swear to God, it's not that bad. Long grain rices. Okay, so those are some of your starchy ones. And now, everyone's favorite. But ones that you should really steer clear of. Dessert. Fruit juice. If you're drinking fruit juice, I'm going to just say something. Stop eating like a child. Okay? I'm sorry. Just stop eating like a child. If you're having fruit juice, if you have fruit punch juice, you're insane. That's just, we were talking about it before, you're drinking calories. Why would you drink calories when you can eat calories? Gatorade. Why would you drink Gatorade? Unless, of course, you have stomach virus and you're dehydrated to the point where you need some electrolytes and you need it. That's the only time I ever have Gatorade. Ever! Processed foods, soda, soda, right? Sports drinks, I just went over Gatorade. Most commercial nutrition bars, they're basically candy bars. They chart everything, pretty much everything out there is like a candy bar. Might as well just buy Snickers at a certain point, and like have a Snickers and have a whey protein shake, and there you go, that's a protein bar. But like, do that after a workout. Oh, and now we have fats. No, they will not make you fat. And we got 3 types of healthy fats: saturated, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated. Let's go on to the next slide because we are awesome. Like that, animal fats and tropical oils, coconut oil. Wait. Coconut oil. Cocoa. Now, and Amir will probably agree with me. You may not want to cook with coconut oil all the time, because guess what? Everything starts to taste like coconut.
Grapeseed oil.
Okay?
Although it tastes good though.
It does taste good, yes, but I don't know if you want to grill your steak in coconut oil and have a coconut tasting steak. Monounsaturated fats, olive oil. I got a great story. So, Stacy made my salad this morning, or last night. Because that's the one thing, I have bagged salad, I throw it in the container, dump some cheese on it, some feta cheese on it, so extra protein and fat, and sometimes avocado. And she puts on, sometimes she just doesn't put on enough olive oil. And I was running around, I had to run down to the bus stop to go give Jackson a kiss because I missed it when I was in the shower and he already had left. So I ran down to the bus stop first and then I ran back home. So she had set it up for me. So I was like, sometimes she doesn't put enough olive oil on it, so I went to put more on. So this afternoon I go to eat. It was way too much olive oil. The thing is so, I was like, but anyway, and Amir brought me back some great olive oil from Greece, which was fantastic. It's all gone, unfortunately. I tried not to use it a lot, but you know,
It's fucking delicious.
shit happens. Peanuts and ground nuts. Remember, almonds are good, but don't let them pop your colon. And tree nuts. Well, if you're having almond butter, that's not going to be a problem. Okay, so omega-3 and omega-6. Flax, like I said, flaxseed, right? You put that in your shakes. And it gives you a little, like that little like chewy thing, like I'm actually eating food instead of just having a shake, like instead of just drinking. It gives you a little fish oil. Want inflammation to go down, you want to lose weight, want your cholesterol to go down, fish oil. I've been really bad since my surgery with fish oil. I don't know, for some reason right after surgery I couldn't stomach it. Maybe because I was popping these big pills to alleviate pain and I was tired of popping pills. Omega-6, most seed oil, canola, sunflower. All right, what should I eat? Oh, good. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. At least those three, right? Why wouldn't you eat those three? When you want to eat them. Like, who says that you can't have a snack when you wake up in the morning and then have your breakfast later on? If that works for you, then why not use it? Like, your snack can be a protein shake in the morning. It'll kickstart your metabolism, but then you have to eat some real food. And that would be your breakfast. So if you're coming to the gym in the morning, because you're my morning person, right? Or Amir's morning person, because I'm morning. But if you can't stomach a breakfast and then come here and do a hurricane, which is totally understandable, but you can have a shake, and then when you get home at 10:20, have breakfast. Right? It works then. There's no reason to upset your stomach. But, like, okay, it's a snack, and it works for me, and some things work for other people. Like, I can have breakfast and then still work out. Unless you're doing 5 minutes of war, and you had a cup of coffee and a protein bar, and then the mirror goes, I gotta go, and I have to do 5 minutes of war, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna puke. But, so, if your goal is fat loss, look at the plates on the table, not the plates at the gym. Dan John, one of my favorite strength and conditioning authors. It's self-explanatory. Your plate on the table, if you're looking to lose fat, it's what you eat. You could do 1,000,000 hurricanes and live 1,000,000 pounds, but if you eat, if your diet's not on par with your training, then you're not going to lose fat. It's said everywhere, in all different forms. This one is pretty cool. Plates on the table, not plates at the gym. You can't out-train a shitty diet, etc., etc., etc. We could go on with all the memes in the world. You could like them all on Facebook, but if you don't do them, what's the point of liking them? Anytime meals. Now this comes from Precision Nutrition, an excellent source to help you lose weight. Anytime meals. Look at the amount of vegetables that you have on your plate. Look at the amount of protein and look at the amount of fats. Nowhere does it say on there, let's have candy bar. Let's have starchy carbohydrate. Correct? Those are pretty much majority of your meals. If you work breakfast and lunch, pretty much, or these anytime meals. Because your post-workout meals, which we're going to get to in 2 seconds, are where you can have those starchy carbohydrates. See it? Nice tan color over there. That's your rice, your quinoa, amaranth, right? Pasta. Look at the protein after your workout. It doubles, right, too, as well. Because protein does what? Helps. Good question. Thank you, Caleb Brooks. On fire. Build muscle. Good. And this is where it all comes down. And this is where 2016 is going to be different from 2015. Well, action, responsibility, habits. And guess what? Happy New Year. 2016 starts today. Why not make a change starting today? Why wait till January 1st? Maybe 4 weeks from now. now, 3 weeks from now, whatever it is. I'm not keeping count. Because every day could be a new year. Every day could be the day that you change your life. As long as you do that. If you're not taking action on whatever information that I just gave you, if I told you to go home and start food journaling every day for the rest of your life, and then in the first 14 days, it's going to be natural to do it. 14 days, and then it becomes just a habit, and then now you're going with it for the rest of your life. It just becomes your part of your life, just like coming here is a part of your life. Did you ever think that coming here would be a part of your life, that working out would be the part of your life, that you would be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 o'clock every week? Why are you here at 5 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Because it's what?
Habit.
It's your habit. Why are you here Saturday morning at 8 o'clock? Hey, well, you have like 15,000 soccer games on the rest of the day and the rest of the weekend, but it's your schedule, what fits your schedule, and it's your habit that you created. If you food journal at a specific time, or right after, or while you're eating, food journal, you think it becomes a quick habit. It takes what, a couple of minutes, 2 minutes out of your day? Total time, probably 5 minutes to food journal. So if you're not taking the action on just like, that's where we should start. Unless you're already doing it all the time, that's not where you should start then. Then you got to start focusing on other things. And those people, we have already been down that path. We're already focusing on other things, right? So if you're not food journaling, that's the first place to go. The rest of this, right now, yeah, it matters. But if I don't know what you're eating, and Mira doesn't know what you're eating, and you're telling us you're not losing weight, but you're coming in here and kicking ass and taking names and tearing down hurricanes and 12 days of Christmas and 9 to 5s and blowing out squat PRs and deadlift PRs, but you're not food journaling, guess what? You're wasting your time. We don't want you to waste your time. We want you to get the best results of your life and make a lifestyle change that will help you for the future. Because if you make it a habit, it just becomes part of your life. That's it. It's not brain surgery. Rules, what you can and you can't do, really it goes back to that good and bad. There's no good or bad. You do what you do, and then we make adjustments. If you come in with your food journal and the whole week says I had 10 beers every night, I'm gonna just be like, okay, so what adjustment do we have to make? And you're gonna say, I have to take out the beer if I want to lose weight. That's it. Okay, so if you come in and your meals are like, I had tofu and salad, and for breakfast I had oatmeal, and for dinner I wasn't hungry, well, I'm going to tell you, you're not eating enough. You're definitely not eating enough protein to sustain, to build muscle, which will help you burn fat. And then when someone tells you you look sexy, you'll feel good. And none of that will happen if you're not food journaling. Sorry, kids, it's the way of life. And so get yourself organized, okay? Get an app, get a book, write it down if you have to. Don't use your phone for BS, use it for something that would be productive, right? Then focus on that. Right now, for the majority of us in here, focus on your food journaling. And then, you'll start to lose some weight. You'll be happy, you'll feel good, and we'll be getting it done. Thank you for coming. You can leave your tips at the door. If you're driving, don't drink. If you drink, don't drive. Any questions? Go.
At night,
Yes.
I'm hungry.
Yes, because that's not really a question.
Well,
That's more of a
I'm
statement.
gonna get to the question. I do everything I'm supposed to do, but, you know, I can't eat before I come here, I get nauseous, so I go home and I have dinner, but then I need something, like, just something sweet, just to get me, like, through that.
Chocolate casein protein shake.
I have lactose intolerance, so I can't.
All right, so then we have to find you a.
So I have a protein shake.
What about hemp?
With everything in it, and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do during the day, but it's.
Okay,
that-
so
That
like you
time
said,
during the
like,
night, I
try-
just need something.
you could try that hemp protein.
Try hemp protein. Or a pea protein.
Or
Yeah.
what?
Pig.
A pea protein?
Oh, okay,
Not like pea, but like
yeah,
pea.
yes.
But
You're eating protein. That's a big thing.
hemp protein is excellent.
And, okay, so that's a shake as well?
Yeah.
Okay, and just add anything to it, or just as is?
You can make, there's, on the back of the On It one, there's a whole recipe for making a shake.
Yeah.
I'm saying, because if I add things to it, doesn't that add like the carbs and stuff to it?
Yeah,
So,
depending on what you add, because, you don't like, I wouldn't throw a Snickers bar. But
Add a handful of blueberries, you know, or something like
But if I
that.
have it in the morning, it's okay to have it at night also?
I mean, you could do that, or you can, I myself stay away from 2 protein shakes.
Yeah.
So what is something good to have? It doesn't have to be a lot, I just need something
So how about
to munch on like for 2 minutes.
What about a banana?
Greek yogurt doesn't work well.
No, I can't have yogurt.
What about a banana? Have a banana, split it down the middle, and put some almond butter in
I
it.
have that when I get home, almond butter, I can't. I have the same thing every day. I can't have that when I get home. I can't wait.
All
I'm
right,
starving when I get home.
So we'll have to figure some stuff
Yeah,
out.
okay.
Can look.
Something that we.
There's, I can look into precision nutrition.
I'm sure there's
websites.
going to be, off the top of my head, I mean, we're giving you some ideas, but the lactose intolerant thing, we got to find something that works for you. And then you can just spice it up. You know what usually spices something up? Put cinnamon on
Yeah,
stuff
do a
like
sweet
that.
potato with some coconut. That's okay.
Cinnamon does too, gives you a little,
Cinnamon on the,
on any, like if you were able to have like you were able to do Greek yogurt, right? That would be like take Greek yogurt and sprinkle some cinnamon on it. Because it takes away that
yeah,
chalky taste, you know what I mean? But it also gives it a little sweetness type thing. So, you know, if we'll have to look and see what work we can help you do at night while you're hungry at night, because you came here and you train.
no, but even I'll eat dinner after, but then I'll still.
Yeah, but I know, but maybe you eat more dinner. There's another answer for you.
Take a little
Maybe
bit
you
more
have
protein.
Well, alright.
Because dinner is usually my biggest meal, and to be honest, what time do you think I eat dinner? Sometimes 10, 15 at night.
And anyway, your meals should temper from the workout to the workout. So the biggest meal after the workout, the smallest meal before the workout.
Right. So, I mean, you're kind of doing that, but if you're hungry still, add more into the dinner.
Okay.
As I shop more.
And maybe slow it down also.
So that's, we'll play with that. You can play with that.
Okay.
All right? See what happens after that. See what happens. Take the next, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Eat more at dinner and see. If it's not working, then obviously you food journal it. And guess what we can do? We can make the adjustments
Okay.
necessary to help you. Anything else?
So figure, you said 0.75 grams per
Per pound.
pound. Right, so for me that would be 213 grams.